Hello, this is Patricia Garner with the League of Women Voters of Portland, and you are watching the Video Voters Guide or listening to our podcast. We are here today to talk with candidates running for the November 5th, 2024 general election. We're grateful for the support of the Carol and Velma Sailing Foundation, the League of Women Voters of Portland Education Fund, the Weiss Foundation, and our media partner, Metro East Community Media. With me is Michelle DePass, who's running for City Council, District 2. Welcome, Ms. DePass. Please tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're running for office.
Great, thank you. Thank you for having me today and for the opportunity to introduce myself. So for those of you that don't know me, my name is Michelle DePass. I'm born and raised here in Portland, and I'm the daughter of grandparents who came to Portland through the Great Migration from New Orleans, and a dad whose family emigrated from Panama in 1947. My family has also lived in Caracas, Guadalajara, and Washington, D.C. for my dad's job as an economics professor. And my mom returned to school when I was in high school to become an elementary teacher here in Portland. I've raised two sons, both in their early 20s now, in the district where I've lived for 30 years. I attended PSU as a returning student to earn a Bachelor of Science in Community Development, and then went on to study at the Bainbridge Graduate Institute. I studied sustainable business at the Bainbridge Graduate Institute. I'm on my second term on the Portland School Board, and I'm the current vice chair and the former chair of the board at the difficult time when we were returning students to the classroom. Teachers were experiencing burnout post-COVID. I'm running because I believe in Portland and I believe in the promise of this place. Portlanders deserve value for their tax dollars. They want clean streets, clean, safe neighborhoods, and thriving business districts. They want to see people housed, families able to make it here, and more than just to make it but to thrive. They want and deserve clean air and water, green spaces, and healthy ecosystems that we value as Portlanders. I also want to promote Portland as an age-friendly city. We were the first city in North America to adopt this framework from the World Health Organization, but we have not had a champion in City Hall. It's a concept developed by the World Health Organization, is a national and global designation, and the focus is creating urban environments that promote healthy and active aging. I believe in Portland, we could expand the definition to include our youngest Portlanders, 0 to 5, to assure they have a strong start in life at the crucial point of their brain development.
What are your ideas for working productively with the other council members from your district?
Sure. Well, I like to say that I can work with anybody, and I can. I think I've tested this on the Portland School Board. I have experience working collaboratively with my school board members, and big secret, we don't all agree on everything across the board. And so there's a healthy tension in discussing our ideas, and typically the outcomes of those conversations result in better outcomes for our kids. So the new city council will have a committee structure, and that will be populated with people, focused on service areas like transportation, housing, economic development, arts and culture. And we will not only work within those committees, but we'll have to work as an entire board across the city to get work done. And we'll need to learn to work together and to have healthy discussions and that healthy tension that will result in great outcomes for Portlanders.
You are listening to the Video Voters Guide interview and podcast of Michelle DePass, who's running for District 2 City Council. So, another question. What, if any, actions would you consider taking to address the current concerns related to the critical energy infrastructure hub on the Willamette River?
Thank you. That is a mouthful, and it's a great question. The location of the CEI hub so close to the Willamette River, combined with the risk of seismic activity in the region, poses significant environmental risks and risks to human life. There's a real need to address the potential for spills, for flooding and earthquake damage, which will have catastrophic events on our environment and in our local communities. I've signed on to the community safety petition at change.org. In addition, I would work to require seismic upgrades, require the owners to prevent the release of toxic gases, reduce the amount of fuel that's stored in the tanks, require regular community engagement to keep the neighbors informed and on progress to date, and hold facilities financially responsible for the risks they pose by requiring insurance to cover the projected costs of any natural disaster.
All right, we're heading to the end here. Are you satisfied with the performance of the Joint Office of Homeless Services? If not, what changes would you support? Please explain.
Thank you. I'm in favor of the city remaining in partnership with the Joint Office of Homeless Service, but I am not satisfied with the outcomes. Like many others, I expect outcomes more than what we're producing now. We do need more beds and more shelters available to those who need them. And one issue I've heard from service providers is that we could solve is the high turnover in their staffs. The nonprofit sector struggles with high turnover and staffing shortages, largely due to the low pay, and the benefits aren't as great as in the public sector. Workers in this sector have a hard time making ends meet and their living expenses, and some of them are even eligible for assistance themselves. So coupled with Portland's high cost of living, the workforce issue is a challenge that we'll need to address. And I believe that stabilizing the workforce will result in better outcomes at the Joint Office because we'll have nonprofits that are fully supported and doing the best work that they can.
All right. Well, briefly, what skills, experience, and interests distinguish you from other candidates for this position?
Sure, thank you. I'm in my second term as a Portland School Board member, Board of Education. During my first term, we closed schools. We got computers and internet devices into the hands of every student. We got food into the houses that need them. We then reopened schools. We tackled teacher burnout and high staff turnover in the administration. So I'm battle tested. I've also worked for the city off and on for over 30 years, in parks as a construction manager, in housing as a community engagement specialist, and I currently work for the Bureau of Planning and Sustainability on the climate policy team.
Well, thank you, Michelle DePass. This concludes our video voters guide and podcast interview of the League of Women Voters of Portland of Michelle DePass, running for District 2 City Council that covers most of Portland and Northeast Portland. Remember, Election Day is Tuesday, November 5th. Be sure to inform yourself about the candidates and, of course, exercise your right to vote. Thank you for your interest.